What is up, crypto warriors? What is up, Blackrue crew? ZEBEC FUD is in overdrive. Okay, it is in overdrive. Regardless of the FUD being in overdrive, we're we're gonna be great regardless, and I'm gonna show you guys that. We're gonna get into it, and you're gonna see that regardless of the FUD, we're gonna be good. Okay, so yeah, we're going to talk about the FUD. And as always, put your comments over in the chat and we will see. We'll see. Um, I'm really excited to talk about the FUD because usually when we have FUD like this, um, a breakout is kind of near. And again, we're going to prove that. We're going to mention that to you and prove it. So yeah, so let's go ahead and mention that to you and prove it. And as always, cue my guy Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Boom. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing.
What is up, guys? Again, things have been crazy as far as like FUD for ZBCN. And I want to address it, right? I'm not running from any FUD. I believe in what I'm invested in. I've shown you mad research, research with Max, research on my own, research of others like Blue Collar Crypto, other people, Jetpack, you know what I mean? We have a really tight knit ZBCN community. But I want to address the FUD. And I want to show you guys kind of historically what FUD has done and how coins have rebounded from it, right? If this is your first kind of crypto rodeo, then maybe you're not used to the FUD. Maybe you're believing in the FUD. And yeah, I just want to kind of analyze that for you guys and show you it's not that big of a deal. It just really isn't. So let's go ahead and cue DCENT Wallet commercial, and we'll be right back. Boom. Your crypto deserves the best protection. So why settle for less? DCENT Crypto Wallet isn't just another wallet. It's safe, secure, easy to use, and supports your favorite cryptocurrencies all at the touch of a button. And now with my exclusive link, you'll save $30 on your new wallet. Better security, smarter investing, $30 in your pocket. Click on the link now and secure your better security today. $30 for one wallet, $99 save for two. So let's go ahead and get into it here. I see the comments here. I know there's been rumors that you can get ZBCN on Robinhood Wallet. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not. We all know that Tim Draper owns Robinhood, and Tim Draper just gets things moving, right? I think it'll be a very, very good sign if we see ZBCN on Robinhood, because who are the kind of biggest holders of all the different cryptos that we like? These fintech companies. Coinbase, Robinhood, Uphold, Gemini, Kraken, Binance. So it will be a very, very good sign if Robinhood lists ZBCN. They recently, or within the last year, listed XRP. So it'll be a very, very, very good sign. Yeah, I know some people, are talking about here the war. Again, let me share the screen right quick here, and we'll just get into it here. So let's see here. Okay, so been a while since we've done some the the live stream with Gentlemen of Crypto as well. Shout out to my Gentlemen of Crypto crew. So we're live on Gentlemen of Crypto. We're also live on the Blackrue Investing channel, the Ruel Black Crypto Rue podcast channel. So let's go there. But let's go ahead and kind of get into this, right? Let's talk about some FUD. And then we're going to also get into some XRP news, which is going to be big XRP news. The ETF was approved. Okay. So when will we see the ETF live? That'll be really nice to see once it actually goes live. But that's going to be big news for this XRP price. But let's look at a big FUD. Let me take you back to when Mr. Murad here spoke on there being a meme coin super cycle. Okay. This is token 2049, September 27, 2024. He spoke on there being a meme coin super cycle. Utility coins are dead, basically, he said. You know, he gives a whole bunch of different graphs and things. And, you know, I'm not going to get into it. If you guys want to look at it, I did a show on it. You can look at it where it says meme coin super cycle, my opinion of his talk. I gave that show. What day did that show go up? Okay, let me see if I can find the details of that show. Okay, meme coin super cycle. I did the show on October 13th. He actually did the whole thing on September 27th. So I want you to look at some prices here. Okay, let's see. Let's make sure we're sharing. We are sharing. Okay, good. So let's look at some prices here. And we're going to continue to get into the FUD of what's going on. But I want you to look at some prices. Let's bring up TradingView. So let's look at HBAR. So HBAR, when he started FUDing, so HBAR, this was 27 September. 27 September. So from when he started FUDing, it was basically at about 6 cents. From there on, it diluted all the way down to around 4 cents. Okay. So if you were Team Murad, you really thought you're okay, these utility coins are gone, right? And then President Trump wins the election, and the HBAR then goes on a 10x from 4 cents to 30 to 40 something cents, and it's chilling now at about 15 cents. What else does that? XRP, from around the time Murad said what he said, it says 65 cents, goes down to about 51 cents. And then after President Trump is elected, goes from about 40 something cents all the way up to $2.80 something cents. So, and there's other coins that did the same thing. We could go to Cardano. We can go to 40 cents down 33 up to $1.28. We could go to XLM. We can go to a bunch of other utility coins or ISO 20022 coins and see the exact same thing happening. So yeah, so for all his FUD, a month later, utility coins went on a utility coin super cycle. And I just want to pat myself on the back here, because what I said right before they went on that run on October 30th is that there would be a utility coin super cycle. So I'm just going to pat myself on the back here. And if you look at my thumbnail here, you could see a lot of those coins. HBAR, XRP is really in the middle here. We don't have Cardano on here, but a lot of those coins are there, right? So little pat on the back for me there. But now keep that in mind as we give you this FUD. We're not going to play the FUD, but Blue Collar Crypto, he did a really nice job of addressing it. Like, I definitely suggest you guys come over here and take a look at this post from Blue Collar Crypto here. Shout out to my guy here. But this guy, Crypto Sage, I don't know who he is, but he says he's selling all his ZBCN, and he references something that the CEO of ZBCN, Sam Tafalia, has addressed already. He was advising the cryptocurrency movement, right? And the cryptocurrency movement, they had some things happen. So it had nothing to do with Sam, okay? However, it shook out. The cryptocurrency movement did what they did, right? And Sam was advising them. Now, Sam addressed it in his own words here. You can go, we're not going to read it. We're not going to get into it. If you want to go over here and read it yourself, is this article here where he has a 7-post thread on what happened. But bottom line to me, it has something to do with the company movement. It had nothing to do with ZEBEC. He was just an advisor, okay? So for people to say that, okay, he rugged it or something like that, it's just clear misinformation. And that's what this man says in his tirade here. Sam did not rug anything. He was just an advisor, which Blue Collar Crypto goes on to mention here. But this is not the first time we've heard people say this FUD. Dumb Cock, I believe is the guy's name. I'm not trying to be like that. This is honestly the guy's name. Dumb Cock, an XRP guy. He came out saying the exact same thing. You know, oh, I'm glad I invested in ZBCN. And then some people called them out on it because like a couple weeks beforehand or a week beforehand, he had liked something from ZBCN. And then he was trying to come out and FUD it. Okay. So it's like, okay, like, can we really take you seriously if that's what you're doing? So this is somebody trying to run the same play. See, here he goes. He's trying to run. Somebody's trying to run the same play, right? So I guess he deleted a lot of his posts or whatever, but this guy was also trying to FUD ZBCN. So, yeah. So if you guys want to know kind of what the FUDders are saying and stuff like that, I'm just not going to play it because there's no point to playing it. Well, you know what? Let me see here. I might play this, guys, because it's clear that it's clear that it's been addressed. It's clear, and I'm not running from it, but I don't want to promote the FUD either. But it's so clear that he's saying things that aren't true. I think it might actually benefit us to play it. So let me see here. Okay, and people are saying like allegedly, this guy's a known shiller. Okay, I don't really know the guy. Somebody saying serial rug puller, allegedly. But I think we're gonna play it. I think we'll play it. We'll play it because it's so clear that Sam's already addressed it, and he makes claims that are just not true. So we'll actually play it here. I just had. Also, he does certain things. I'm not an FBI guy or whoever the people are that study the patterns of people that lie. But I heard, looking to the left and looking up is kind of a lie tell. I've heard that. So he says that he sold all his ZBCN, but he's looking up and to the left. So is he lying? Is he not lying? I don't know. If he sold all his ZBCN, I don't really give a I don't give a crap, because I'm confident in what I'm investing in. He can sell, do whatever the hell he wants. I'm confident in what I'm investing in, but this might actually have an effect on some people who are new to cryptocurrency and they just discovered cryptocurrency through this guy, right? But let's play it, because he says some things that are blatant lies, and we should point them out as blatant lies.
Had to sell over $100,000 worth of my ZBEC. I sold everything.
Okay, can you guys hear that? You should be able to hear that. Let me just double check. Let me know that you guys could hear the sound. Okay. I see a comment from Pizarro. What's up, Pizarro? And thanks for always sharing information, brother. I appreciate it. Yes, I did see that ZEBEC is in Ondo's ecosystem. That was one of the first videos I did, showing that ZEBEC is in Ondo's ecosystem. I also have it in one of my mind maps, which we can go over today. But I want to verify, you guys, that that you heard the sound. Please let me know that you heard the sound there. I'm going to play it one more time, because a lot of times I'll get going on these things and realize that you guys haven't heard the sound, and I don't want to do that today. I want to make sure that people can hear the sound.
Everything is gone.
So do you can you guys hear the sound? Okay, perfect. You can hear it. Okay. So, okay. Yeah. I debated not to play it, but it's so clear that the guy is kind of, allegedly, everything I say is alleged, and this is just kind of my opinion. It's clear some of the things he's saying are misleading. So for anybody that might be scared, I want to kind of address some of the things he's saying. So
I just had to sell over $100,000 worth of my ZBEC. I sold everything. Everything is gone. Simply.
And then the kind of looking up and to the right. I don't know. I've heard that that's a tell, but use your own judgment there.
For this one reason, the founder of ZEBEC is a serial rugger. And I can't hold a coin that the founder behind the scenes is just known for basically rugging projects. So
not true.
Every bit of ZEBEC that I had is gone. I sold everything. I do not believe it's going to $1. And I think once people really start to figure out, who the founder really is, I think people are going to start exiting their bags.
And then the music in the background, bro. Come on, bro.
Just like I did. Some of these projects you just got to leave. And I think it was probably a massive mistake on my part that I sold my XRP for this. And the fact that we are kind of telling ourselves that there is a potential partnership between XRP and ZEBEC, I just don't.
And again, we've been over it. We've shown you where XRP and ZEBEC, they share investors. So this potential partnership, Simon told us that there was a potential partnership. So it makes sense. They share investors. it makes sense. But the whole thing about him being a rugger, about Sam being a rugger, Sam has addressed this. He was only an advisor for the project movement. This had nothing to do with ZEBEC itself.
I don't think that's happening since the last coin that he was a part of, movement, that basically rugged. Take a look at the chart yourself. This is the project that Sam, the founder of ZEBEC, was working on before ZEBEC. And
he was not working on it. He was an advisor. So bro's just basically making stuff up here.
It's gone. It's rugged. This is the same project that World Liberty Finance was supposed to be backing.
Now, as far as I know, World Liberty Finance did buy some movement. So he's saying that, but I actually think they did buy some movement. So, this is not a show about movement, but I think they actually did buy some movement.
So I don't believe XRP is going to be backing ZEBEC. There's just no way. It's not going to happen. So I'm done with ZEBEC. I got rid of every bit of my bags, and I think the same thing that happened to movement is the same.
So there we go. There's that BS. So again, I just showed you how Mr. Murad, his whole claim about the meme coin super cycle, and then a month later, every utility coin goes up 10x. I can show you here about how Mr. Larry Fink said BlackRock had zero interest. Okay, well, let's close this. This comment, bro. That's freaking hilarious. I'm gonna star that comment. He looks like a habitual liar. Magic hat. That's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. Let me share. Let me stop sharing. Let me stop sharing and share everything here. Dang, Magic Hat. I'm like, bro, there's like, whoo, that was funny. Okay, let's go ahead and share everything here. Thank you, E. So yes, they did purchase movement tokens. And yeah, this is one of the guys too saying, who was telling you to sell XRP for ZEBEC, and I own both. That's a good point there. LA Barber Approachery. That's a good point there. So and you should definitely own both. We're going to get into that XRP news again. That XRP ETF was approved according to Good Morning Crypto. Shout out to those guys. But here, let's get to this here. Larry Fink, and they want me to pay for this, but we're not going to. BlackRock's Larry Fink says his clients have zero interest in crypto. So this was in July 16th, 2018. The world's largest asset manager isn't buying because his clients have zero interest. Okay, that was then. Now, BlackRock has quietly accumulated 3% of all Bitcoin. Okay, this is 7 years later. What happened, right? Did Bitcoin all of a sudden become different? No, it didn't. But, you got to read between the lines. And this is why I say, and this is why people do their own research. You have to read between the lines, because people like this will come out and say, oh, we have zero interest in Bitcoin. And then here we are 7 years later, they have 3% of the whole total supply. And you could have bought it back there in 2018, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. This is why in certain religions and certain things they say, you know, seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave, right? This is definitely something I live by, right? I always seek knowledge. I always seek, like, if somebody's telling me the other point is false, I'm looking at all points equally, and I make my own decision on it. That's just me, right? I'm going to look at all points and make my own decision on it, because for years, as you can see, 2018, people told us, oh, my clients have zero interest in crypto. They told us crypto was a scam. They told us this. They've been telling us this for years. Now look, Cardano, an asset that was under a cent, was over $1, right? Bitcoin, something that was like you could have bought for, heck, under a cent itself. You could have mined Bitcoin. Now over 100K. Right? So, like, and let's I often show this to people, right? Coinbase Wiki. We're Coinbase, right? Who were its initial investors? So not only were its initial investors Andreessen Horowitz, Olaf Carson Wee of I think it's Polychain Capital, right? Oh, also its initial investors were Tim Draper and friends, the New York Stock Exchange, and the United States Auto Association. This is Coinbase. That was 2015 and 2013. Okay? So you tell me people didn't know what was going on while Larry Fink up here in 2018 is saying that his clients had zero interest in this? Is that what you're telling? You know what I mean? Is that what you're telling me? And Coinbase also becomes a publicly traded company. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that. You know what I mean? And I don't think people will tell you this straight up. Because if people told you this straight up, now you're saying that now you got to look into it, and that breaks things down, right? Because, like, okay, BlackRock told you this, but in 2018 and 2015, the New York Stock Exchange were investing in Coinbase. But yet BlackRock in 2018 told you their people had no interest in it. So read between the lines on that one. Okay, just read between the lines on that one. So here, Cardano, and we know there are Cardano ETFs around the world, right? Like, people already have Cardano and ETFs. There's no American one yet, but people already have Cardano and XRP and different coins and ETFs around the world, right? But here we go. Cardano founder rejects XRP partnership due to community hostility. This was December 18th, 2023. And then flash forward, June 15th, 2025, a full XRP package is in the works, Cardano founder. like, look at the stuff, bro. Like, really look at this stuff. It's crazy to think about. It's crazy to think about. But this is the real life. This is the real life stuff. To recap, a Princeton guy comes out and tells us meme coin super cycle. A month later, utility coins 10x. Larry Fink tells us 2018, we have zero interest in Bitcoin. Yet 2015, 2013, Tim Draper, Andreessen Horowitz, the New York Stock Exchange, and the Auto Workers Union were already invested in Coinbase. Like, come on now. Come on. So when I see different FUDs like this with things, let's use ZBCN as an example. I just like whatever. What's another post here? This dovetails into the big news for XRP, right? We had. Do I have that news? Let me see here. Okay. Gary Cardone dumps his XRP position. This was February 21st, 2021. And then, of course, we have an XRP ETF coming. We had the case getting dropped. We had all this stuff happen good for XRP since Gary Cardone dumped his position. Well, you know what I mean? Like, so if you're not doing your own research and you're not paying attention, you can get burnt. So case in point here, another good thing that happened for XRP, and Patreon people got this first. Shout out to our Patreon people. A publicly traded company, VVPR. And somebody had told me about this company like years ago. Shout out to whoever you are if you still watch me. Somebody had told me about this company years ago. And this was like before XRP was even mentioned with them. Somebody was just like, pay attention to this company. It's going to be big. And I was like, why? I don't even know if they answered me. But they were like, this is going to be big. So this publicly traded company is basically going to be like the micro strategy of XRP. So a publicly traded company focusing, and this is from Flare, which if you guys aren't paying attention to Flare, Flare is basically beginning to offer staking rewards for wrapped XRP. Okay. So they offer a way to wrap XRP and offer you like a percentage on it. So Vivo Power and Flare launched definitive strategic partnership to deploy US 100 million in XRP for institutional yield. Okay. So Vivo Power is basically going to purchase 100 million XRP and lock it up in their in Flare. And we know Flare is connected to XRP. They did the whole airdrop with based on like how much money, how much XRP you hold, you got airdrop Flare. So also this partnership includes support from the Prince of Saudi Arabia. Okay. Vivo Power's strategic transformation to an XRP-centric treasury is supported by a consortium of global shareholders, including His Royal Highness Prince Abdul Aziz bin Turki bin Talal Al Saud of Saudi Arabia. Okay, so like this is global at this point, including powers you wouldn't traditionally think work together in that way, and that's all I say about that. So there we are. I have another article with this. Vivo Power and Flare launched a definitive strategic partnership to deploy 100 million in XRP for institutional yield. Okay, so Vivo Power strategic transformation, and this is from Vivo Power themselves. Vivo Power strategic transformation to an XRP-centric treasury. Wow, right? And who are some of the biggest XRP holders in the world right now, right? Probably Uphold, probably Coinbase. So all of these fintechs, which I'm high on fintechs in the stock market, all of these fintechs are collecting cryptocurrencies like XRP, like Bitcoin. All these ETFs from some of the biggest companies in the world, BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK Invest, are collecting Bitcoin, are collecting XRP, are collecting Ethereum. Are we still thinking that cryptocurrency is this thing this little engine that might not make it? Are we still thinking that? Are we seeing this and thinking we need to sell our XRP? Right? So when we see, and I'm going to come to the comments, guys. I promise I'll come to the comments. When we see things like them essentially kind of gifting, allegedly, their largest XRP holders with ZBCN, is this what we want? No. But this is also kind of telling us Ripple and ZBCN are kind of tied at the hip. Okay. And perhaps this reward could be for some of the largest XRP holders passive income in an asset that will probably be worth as much as $1 or more, right? So remember, and I don't have this, and maybe we'll listen to it a little bit. I can find where I posted it or where I played it. Remember when I played for you guys one show, a Spaces, where shout out to Deer Hunter on X. Deer Hunter said, if you look at some of the largest XRP wallets, a lot of them have a cache of ZBCN. So how he figured this out, I'm not sure, because XRP is on the XRP ledger and ZBCN is on Solana. I'm not sure how he correlated wallets. I didn't see him because he said he was going to post the information about it, and I didn't see that he did the next 2 days. But assuming that he's correct, right, that large XRP holders hold ZBCN, there is a bigger plan for ZBCN. So I can kind of assume that he may be right because of this move. Uphold now rewarding their largest XRP holders with ZBCN. Okay. So again, guys, maybe all of this FUD pushes the price down a little bit. Who cares? Right? But come different things like the ISO going live in 7/14/2025. In less than a month, ISO for FedWire will go live here in America, barring any pushbacks or changes. We know that ZBCN is sitting on Ripple News. We see that the company is investing $100 million, including the Prince of Saudi Arabia, into XRP. We see that XRP ETF may be approved. So XRP, after this case is ended, companies are now beginning to suck up XRP just like they did Bitcoin. And what did it do for Bitcoin's price? What can it do for XRP's price? What can it do for anything that is partnered with XRP or Ripple? You see what I'm saying? I'm thoroughly excited. I'm thoroughly excited as an XRP holder. I'm thoroughly excited as a ZBCN holder. And you know what I mean? If you're letting dudes like this dude FUD you out of your thing, that's up to you. That's up to you. But if you've watched my channel and you've seen all the information I've given you, especially definitely check out the videos for the last 2 days, especially that big news where we had ZBCN to $1 because of this, right? And we did some going over of the ZBCN Science Card Deep Dive, where they posted an interview on their YouTube about the science card thing. Okay, we did a deeper dive into the science card. So definitely check these out if you haven't already. ZBCN to $1 because of this. ZBCN's $40 billion opportunity, okay, because of this sector. Definitely check those out. I think I've thoroughly, like me, Maximus, Blue Collar Crypto, Mr. Forsyth, CJK News, Ghost, Danny, like there's so many others. I'm probably leaving a lot of people out. Amber, Rachel, all these people on shout out to the ZBCN community on X, Alpha Lion, which is Leo the Lion. Shout out to all these guys offering really good information on ZEBEC, right? There's just so many good people. There's so many good people out here digging and unearthing information. Shout out to all of you. I think people have done enough research to prove ZBCN is killing it out here, right? And it's going to be something big out here. Not financial advice. Do what you want to do, but this is we're doing it out here. Also, shout out to Angelica as well. Definitely want to mention her. Who am I missing? Who am I? If I missed you, my apologies, but there's just so many great people. Midas Gold, so many good people out here giving information, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get into these comments, and we can continue on to. What's up, HBCU Maker? How's it going? What's good, fam? Hey, brother Ruel. What's up, Lee? And Lee, I think you're a lady who I misladied because of the name Lee. What's up, Lee? Appreciate you being in the house. What's up, Dave F? What's up, Terry Bunn? ZBCN $1. New Jersey in the house. Les Square. Frequent watcher. Bolo, what's up? Kid Graybo, another frequent watcher. Appreciate you, brother. Peace. And not sure about the Robinhood thing. What's up, Dave F? Another frequent watcher. No worries here, man. I know what we hold. Let's freaking go. Brock Trip, what's up? Go ahead and keep on with the FUD so we can buy more scary coins before he passed off. Harlow, what's up? Nothing is moving if war's on the table. War either, what I mean? Like, stuff like that's always going to be on the table. You'll see every crypto bull run. There's always something just looming over the table, which people are worried about. If it's not this, it's that. And, this is not me like kind of underselling what would happen if there's a World War III or anything like that. I definitely don't want to see the loss of life anywhere for any like no good reason, right? But at the same time, and set that to the side and say, well, as investors, there's always going to be something. There's always going to be something that's going to FUD, or there's always going to be something on the horizon. But what we know is all the things that we looked at with ZBCN. What we know is all the things we've looked at with XRP. And those things remain true no matter what's going on in the world, honestly. So could something like a war or anything like that pull the price back? Yeah, it could. But again, we know what we're invested in, and any type of thing, any type of world war, any type of presidency or this or that, that's not going to stop us from holding our coins. Or for me personally, that's not going to stop me from holding my coins. Not financial advice. Make whatever decision works for you. What's up, Gomes? There we go. That's kind of how I feel. Same story again and again. FUD. What's up, Peter Bolera? I'm not a ZBCN, not on Robinhood in the US. Kevin Dubs, I need them to FUD back some more until they get the price back to 0009 so I can buy one last time. I bought my biggest bag at 0007.4. It's on Robinhood Wallet, not on the main exchange yet. Got it. MacGyver the Detonator. XRP and ZEBEC Heart, or ZEBEC and XRP Heart. No way. I love it. No way, Jose. What's up? Is ZEBEC a mini XRP? In a lot of ways, you could kind of think of it that way. But when you put in the specific payroll piece of it, payroll opens you up to so much money. It opens you up to retirement funds, right? 401ks and stuff like that. And it opens you up to daily funds. So not only are they getting you through the payroll, they have the ZEBEC cards in which now you can spend daily, okay, with that. And they have the partnership with Circle. So now you're spending daily with a compliant stablecoin. Is so huge. Like, it's so huge when you really think about it, right? So it's like people can FUD all they want, but bro, we got ADP partnered with ADP, and we got payroll, and we got cards, ZEBEC cards, which they can spend their stuff the moment they get paid. Do you know how, like, the moment they get paid? Do you know how many people, like how many consumers would love to have money in their hand instantly? Oh man, like, bro. We up, we ready? We still buying over here. We're still buying over here. What's up, E? Shout out to E. He's the moderator in our Telegram, which is a Patreon experience. Best Telegram out here. Because of you, I got into ZEBEC at 0009. Thank you so much for your hard work, or for your work. Much appreciated. No problem, Kifun, brother. Come on, fam, hit the likes. Definitely hit the likes and subscribe if you haven't already. Milk Money 25. What's up, everyone? Hope we had a good day. Let's go, ZEBEC. Woo. Isa. There's a war taking place and we're still holding 0.004. Mr. Too Real, Serial Rugger, yeah, right. Holla. LOL, yep. Namaste, hey, Isa, LOL. CBCN is battle tested and ready. Kid Gravo, people act on their emotion, make moves like that. Yeah, 100%. 100%, you know, 100%, man, 100%, man. And they'll have you out here believing certain things, man, like, oh, Jerome Powell's about to lower the rates again, or raise the rates, or oh my God, he's going to keep it the same. Like, what? It happens every month, bro. Like, chill. But they'll have you thinking, oh my God, the rate thing that happens every month is like World War III. Like, they'll have you like in your heart of hearts believing that. But it's not that way. Even people like, you know, allegedly Justin Sun will come out and do things. Check out the last show I had on FUDing. When ZEBEC, because of the White Rock thing, went down to 0007. And where did we go after that? 10x. 10x. And I was like, okay, FUD, we've seen it all before, right? No kidding, I did that show. Let's go ahead and bring that show up. No kidding, we did that show. It's like, okay, FUD, whatever. And it proceeds to 10x. Excuse me. It's crazy. Like in the moment, how things can happen. And, you really think, oh my gosh, things are crazy. Oh my gosh, why didn't they double check this? Why did they do that? Here it is. ZEBEC, the World Liberty Financial Right Partnership, FUD. Well, you've seen this before. And what do we do? 10x. That was just April 22nd, 2025. So that was just 2 months ago. And here we are again, right? Sage is a real degen. He shills anything that pumps. I'm FUD proof. None of them can make me sweat. I know what I hold 100%. What's up, Linda Ellis? Don't give them the time of day. We kind of got to point out these people, man. Allegedly, everything I say is alleged. We got to point out these people for what they are, man. Everything I say again is alleged. Magic for real, steak and bake, easy. What's up, Jose De La Torre? What's up, Ruel? Back to buying the dips. Take a healthy risk. I'll be regretting later if I don't. Greetings from Los Angeles. What's up, bro? Out in LA. Let's go, bro. Daysky, let's not forget he was shorting at 0.06. So yeah, we did see that ZEBEC is in Ando's ecosystem. If you guys go ahead and check me out on X, you'll see that I have custom mind maps in which one of which that I list the ZEBEC and Ando partnership, which is, where is that mind map? I think I passed it. Or not. Almost. Okay, there we go. So you can see here, ZEBEC is kind of the root of this mind map. Going over to Ando, which is partnered with ZEBEC, and how that Ando partnership kind of breaks down with Securitized, BlackRock, SBI Group, Zero Hash, ADP, and Paychex, both being owned by BlackRock, and SBI Group, which we know has a big kind of stake in XRP, and Zero Hash, which we know is funded by Bain Capital. They were initial investors in them. And our guy, Simon Babakani, just happens to be a former advisor at Bain Capital, okay? The COO here. So if we're thinking that they wanted ZEBEC to be in good hands, they picked a guy that would be very familiar with what the goings on of things by picking a former Bain Capital guy to be the COO, and having a very, very good tech guy in Sam Tapalia, and him possibly having a patent. I wasn't able to confirm this, but Sam Tapalia possibly has a patent in real-time payroll. Okay, so Sam is the tech guy. Simon is the COO, mergers and acquisitions guy. Okay, so a powerhouse team. And then when you get into the advisors, and Lisa Robbins, former CFO of ADP, George Stackert, former president of ADP, Lily Liu, president of Solana, and we know that Solana is partnered with Visa, so it's ZEBEC. Okay, ZEBEC. So they are as well. So yeah, definitely want to check that out. But then if we want to come see it from the source here, Let's go over to Ondo. Well, let's take a look at this for people who haven't seen it. Ondo Finance. This is from their X account. We see that ZEBEC is integrated into the Ondo ecosystem following the integration of USDY with ZEBEC's instant card. So remember again how I was telling you about the instant card. Not only is that going to be big for payroll, it's going to be big for real world asset technology of Ondos. Okay. And I think this really kind of slides very nicely into possibly payroll. Excuse me, not just payroll. We mentioned that, but retirement funds, having kind of retirement funds on these cards, possibly, right? Through real world asset technology. So much stuff here with Ondo, but let's go ahead and bring them up here. And the reason why I kind of say that this might kind of dovetail into retirement funds is Ondo, even though these assets are not available to us, they've already tokenized Visa stock. They've already tokenized Tesla stock. So you may be able to put this on a ZEBEC instant card. All these things that they've already tokenized. NVIDIA stock, this ETF, Tesla stock, iShares Core ETF. So like kind of a BlackRock, because anything that's anything is BlackRock, iShares. So we already know Ondo is tied at the hip with BlackRock. And of course, here we go, their USDY token. And we know that USDY is built with USDC, and it's also built on Stellar. So you're seeing all the most important. Why did that go away? All the most important stable coins here apparently work with Ondo. Showed Benji. They showed Ripple. Why did that go away? Let me see if I can get that to come back up. That was nice. All like the best stable coins were there. Okay, I don't know how that happened, but it showed all the nice stable coins. You could definitely rewind to see that. Okay, there it is. BuildL, which is a stable coin, USDC, Benji, URL, or RLUSD, all the biggest stable coins. So now if we go to ecosystem, and people are saying this is a scam. Craziness, bro. ZEBEC right there. Also of note, Connexes by JP Morgan, which we speculate is connected to XCN, right? MetaMask, partially owned by Tim Draper. PayPal, which we know has its own stablecoin, PayPal USD. So a lot of these connections might actually be through Nautilus chain, by the way. Stellar Network, because a lot of these things are on Nautilus chain. Now that we actually talk about it. Osmosis, MasterCard. Man, it's just so it's so amazing. Just look at this, man. Franklin Templeton, Fireblocks, Ethereum, Curve, Coinbase, Camelot, XLR, Arbitrum, Aptos, Anchorage Digital, which me and Max had a show on that. Man, it's just it's so crazy, bro. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Because I'm thinking about selling one of my Pokemon cards worth $24K to get more ZBEC. Man, I'm not telling you what to do, but I mean, I could understand why you would definitely think that. I would understand, right? Dre is not pleased out here. What's up, Red Star 7311? What's up, Creative Control? What's up, Predator Quest TV? What's up, Dre? What's up, Detroit 313? Salutations, salutations. There's some opinions over here. He's projecting for sure. He's calling someone a rugger, and he knows that he's a similar example of the word. Yeah, that guy's ridiculous. The guy listens to a bot account and tweets. The majority of FUD news is simply to lower the price so they can buy more for cheap. That's an interesting opinion there, Pizarro. That's an interesting opinion there. He canceled Cross River, fool. I love it. Hello, humans. What's up, Madman? You can see here we got some updates from E in the Telegram. E is on it with the news in the Telegram. He wants more ZEBEC. He didn't do his research. Bro lost out twice. What's up, Dreamer? Advisor. Yeah, he's an advisor. He's getting none of my energy 100%. I'm not even going to lie. Broad Chip, I'm not going to lie. You can tell that guy's kind of, you can see the word he used, and he's like 10 steps behind. Salamander, I like the guy's curls. Oh, that's funny. So, oh my God. He's losing big. Detroit 313. And that's why they're having discussions with Ripple about creating a product together, right? Because it's a rug. People are just stupid, I swear. First mistake is selling XRP. Yes, World Liberty Financial is a project associated with Trump Move. His family purchased Move tokens. Specifically, they purchased 1.4 million worth of Move tokens. Thank you, E. LA Barber Upholstery. He sold his XRP and his ZBEC. Just laughing out here. Thoughts on Corium? Excuse me. I think Corium's going to have its place too, especially Sologenic. But Corium is a way that you can get to. It's a way that you can get the Cosmos. Through the XRP ledger. Another way you can get to Cosmos through the XRP ledger is through XLR. So I actually have two different conduits you can use to get to the XRP ledger through Cosmos. So I wouldn't sleep on Corium. Excuse me. I wouldn't sleep on XLR either. It's like he's selling people Google before it even launched. Okay, I got some type of sound here. Let me see if I can get rid of it. Oh, I think it's my vent. I'm sorry, guys. I can't get rid of that sound. I'm in Arizona, guys, so it's really hot. So my fan, my air conditioner popped on, so I'm sorry about that. Eric long-term price prediction on ZBCN. For me, 5 to 10 cents. But yeah, I think it actually has the ability to get to $1. So 5 to 10 cents, but I've made multiple shows where I think it can honestly get to $1. And again, there's no reason to think that it can't get to $1. Payroll can go into retirement. It can also be used instantly on a ZEBEC card. Anything used on a ZEBEC card is then that goes into the buyback, in which they get to be like deflationary. There's so much reasons where you can think about a dollar, but where I might start to take a little profit might be the 10-cent area, right? So there you go. That's just my own personal price target, not financial advice. Do whatever works for you. LA Barber says 50 cent by 2026. Okay, E has some information here. Let's see if I can. No, I just want to click on the link. It won't let me click on the link. Let me see. So is there supposed to be a delay on the ETF? Let me see if what I can find there. XRP ETF delay. Okay. While I look for that delay, I'm going to see if I can just turn off my air, guys. 1 second. So sorry about that. Okay, it should turn off here eventually. Franklin Templeton's XRP ETF is facing another delay. Yeah, they keep doing the thing where they kick things down the can. So I just saw that from Good Morning Crypto that it was approved. Let me see if I can find that. So now you guys can see, like, being in Arizona, it's like I have to play around and make sure that my air conditioner is not on when I'm live streaming and stuff like that. Like it's such a pain sometimes. Let's see here. So again, just if you can bear with it, I would really appreciate it. There we go. It's off now. XRP ETF approved for trading on Toronto Stock Exchange starting tomorrow, supposedly from this Levi guy. BlackRock is reportedly applying pressure to the SEC to approve a spot ETF before July. Again, I think they're going to approve it before this, because they're going to want some XRP before the Fed wire thing starts, right? So I really think they're going to approve it before 7/14/2025, because they're going to want that XRP in that ETF before money starts flowing through that ISO 20022 system. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? That's just my educated guess there. So I think they're going to approve it before 7/14/2022, right? So and if this is true, that it's going to start tomorrow in Canada, I can't believe that the American one won't be too far behind. So we'll see. So it's happening. SEC's deadline to approve or deny Franklin Templeton's spot ETF is today. So I swear I saw Good Morning Crypto saying that it was approved yesterday. Let me see here. Okay, well, they say that the Canadian one is starting tomorrow. I don't know if that's true or not. This guy seems to be a guy that has a lot of followers. Maybe I want to follow this guy. Seems like he does a lot of news. I know. Let me see if I can find Good Morning Crypto, because they said yesterday that it was approved, and they do some good work over there. Shout out to Abs and Johnny Crypto and Coach JV. So let's see. Will be approved on this date. Okay, well, if the Canadian one is starting, I can't see them taking this long to do it unless the ISO thing gets pushed back too. I really can't see them taking this long. Like, if the Canadian one is approved and it starts tomorrow, I really can't. I really can't think that they'll take too long for it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow will be really good to kind of pay attention to. But you see here, they're saying a few filed, like 11 different ones filed. So we'll see. Okay, they say, okay, yeah, delays approval of Franklin Templeton. Okay, so they say they delayed this one. This got passed. This was for sure passed. The Genius Act, it was passed. So stable coins, that's happening. It's all gonna happen, to be honest with you. If you look at the people that's behind it, it's all gonna happen. The question is only when it's gonna happen. So so yeah, we'll see when it's gonna happen. But that's good news that the Canadian one was approved and might start tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes with XRP price. Sneaky people will fudge you out your fortune and be hodling a big bag. Yep. Isn't it proven that Kevin O'Leary did that with Bitcoin, where he was like, "Oh no, I don't need Bitcoin," and he was buying it. What's up, Sam Gray? Good night. Take your financial investment on the way up. Non-financial advice. Hit her all day. What's going on? What up, Ruel? Let's go to ZEBEC fam. Phantom Beat. SHX is my favorite song with XRP on the bass. Larry Graham style. Let's go. Good night, Sam. Looks like Charles got some act right. What's up, Phantom Beat? Jake seems confident that XRP will be 4 digits by 20. Hey, if XRP is 4 digits by 2026, bro, oh man. If XRP is 4 digits by 2026, I will be a very happy man. If that's the case, I will be a very happy man. I sure hope so. But when you think about that, right? Let's just say, right? And I think I know who you're talking about, Jake Claver. or Claver. I hope I'm saying his name right. If that's the case, think about all the FUDing that's been going on with XRP, where people are talking about sell this or sell that to get rid of your XRP. I've been saying since the beginning, right? Like, okay, I could understand at least with ZBCN why you would want to do that. But for me personally, and this is almost verbatim what I said, XRP is like gold. Why would I sell my gold? Why would I sell my gold? There's no reason I would sell my gold. But I like ZBCN. I'm very confident in ZBCN. Why not own both? But I'm not going to go up here and sell my gold. Okay? That's just me personally. But I can understand if you're somebody that's like, okay, what's going to move before what? Okay, well, ZBCN is under ascent. I think I might try to get more of this than that. I could understand that. But for me personally, I own both. And I would, you know, again, not financial advice. I would look to own both, even if I was a new investor. But you know, just make this a split that works for you. Not financial advice. Do whatever works for you. You know, but I personally own both. AE, yeah, bro. Tuned in. I know Sam Gray's in the Telegram as well. Flare connects to layer 0, and that connects to Stargate Finance. Flare and Fetch AI connect to Anchor, excuse me. Project Stargate equals Anchor. Ooh, Wormhole, Ether, Flare, Subquery, Oasis, Origin Trail. Wow. And a lot of these things have connections to Tim Draper. I know Tim Draper with Oasis. Don Song, I believe, is the CEO of Oasis. She's a Berkeley grad. Berkeley's really close to, I think, the Draper. I think Berkeley is close to Draper University. Don't quote me on that. But a lot of Berkeley grads went to Draper University, I believe. Not, again, don't fully quote me on that. But yeah. Some stellar information right there. We'll definitely take a picture of that before we move off of there. Where's my camera? All right. Stablecoin bill will be passed. What's up, Jake Fever in the house? Project Stargate is our Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance. Anchor is the big service they're building globally. Yeah, I remember Anchor being something like, something like RCP or RPC protocol or something like that. Anchor also has like a lot of connections to Microsoft, or they have a partnership with Microsoft. Anchor is kind of slept on out here, really. What's up, Charmizzle? Sell your XRP and buy Bitcoin. What time zone you in, Ruel? I'm in Arizona, so I'm in the Mountain Standard Time. If a win does start, it doesn't mean a better entry point. Don't panic. We've seen 3 wars in less than 2 years, and the market always rebounds. Okay, yeah. That's gotcha. If a World War III, okay, gotcha. I was thinking the whole time the airdrop was for ZBEC holders. You know, and that, again, the way that they worded it as a reward. So technically it wasn't an airdrop as far as the way they worded it. They worded it as, hey, XRP holders, here's a reward for holding XRP. We're going to put you in a contest in which, you know, we'll award you based on the amount of XRP you hold, over $50K of XRP. So that's how they worded it. So technically they could still do an airdrop. But yeah. So gotta wonder if they do still do an airdrop. Let's see what happens, right? Yeah. And that's interesting the way they worded it. NVIDIA presentation in Paris talking about Project Stargate. Yeah, and I know Max has talked about Project Stargate and how it's focusing on AI and all of that. So maybe again, like you're saying there, Pizarro, this is investing back. What was it? Something like $500 billion into the whole cryptocurrency ecosystem. They want to make the servers a money-making system. Currently, servers are money black holes. Ooh. That's the gimmick, not to get people to sell trash XRP. ISO was supposed to go live in March 2. That's another joke. No, ISO is not a joke, Jake. I don't think in my mind. I think they're just they're kicking the can down the road as much as they can. Yeah, because that's what I believe there. As long as they can kick the can down the road, they will. But again, we've seen here where we're getting institutional investments in XRP around the world. There are already ETFs for XRP for Bitcoin. Like, just because they started this ETF here with Bitcoin here in America, even though that pumped the price of Bitcoin to over 100,000, there already existed ETFs for Bitcoin around the world. There already exist ETFs for XRP, for Stellar, for, like, to a lesser extent, Cardano, Polkadot, Ethereum, and others, and XRP around the world. So they're definitely going to soak these assets up and make them like the next, like, AT&Ts or Intels, and they're just going to be, if you will, assets which you can earn passive income on for life, right? And if you look at some of the terms as far as Ethereum, Ether, there are certain people that believe that there's power in the ether, the air, if you will, right? And the air is actually, quote unquote, another form of water. And we could go like real deep into that and talk about, water and how water is money. AKA or IE, or shout out to Jordan Maxwell, RIP. And then we could get into like maritime law, and even we could go super deep with that. But in certain senses, you can think of Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP as alchemy. Where is that cover, right? Where they called Michael Saylor, where Forbes openly called Michael Saylor the Bitcoin alchemist. And we could go like super deep in that too, on a alchemy tip. On an alchemy tip, we could go so super deep on that. But bottom line, right? There's just so much more to this game that's like not said. Put it that way. The Bitcoin alchemist. What a title. Just large and in charge and right in your face. Can I also add, we've done a lot of study on Tim Draper, right? And I told you how his father is a bonesman. Tim Draper's father, Bill Draper, William Draper III, his father is a bonesman. George Bush, we already connected George Bush Sr. to Tim Draper's father, Bill Draper. Both George Bush Sr. and Bill Draper, Tim Draper's father, were bonesmen, right? Or are bonesmen, or were in the case of George Bush, George Herbert Bush, RIP to that guy. But Tim Draper's father is still alive. I'm saying that to say we also know John Kerry is a bonesman as well. John Kerry's name is John Forbes Kerry. So John Kerry is a Forbes, and very interesting that we have on the cover of Forbes Michael Saylor, and he's referred to as the Bitcoin alchemist. Just let that one sink in for a little bit there. Let's continue on here. If you get ZBEC at 0.0006, then you're still up big time, 100%. Jake, Bitcoin only till September. Salvador Ramirez got a good deep dive on ZBCN. I wish I was a big holder. You can buy over 250K ZBEC now if you get it now. That reminds me to put up my QR code. Excuse me, for BTCC. On BTCC, you can futures trade ZBCN, perpetual futures trade ZBCN. Let's see, what did I do that for? Okay, there we go. Got a deep dive on ZBCN on Crypto Hawk YouTube. Great information. Okay, gotcha. Wish I could afford that. If it hits $1, I can pay for my son's medical expenses. That's my goal. Man, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool, bro. Okay. 870 boss. If it only goes to 50 cents, that's over 150K. To the moon. Yo from New Zealand, Wellington. Let's go. Definitely want to visit New Zealand one of these days. Oh man, just really want to visit New Zealand. A show that I watched called Yellow Jackets. One of the couple of ladies on there are like half Maori. Yeah, I want to visit New Zealand one of these days. 250K for like 13K. I see you, Sam. Bought my ZBCN at 00181 a month ago. All these people like I'm crazy when I say ZBCN is going back down a little bit more because it hasn't consolidated all the way yet. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does have to go down a little bit more. I'm not really concerned about that, but I know it's definitely going to over a penny, right? And like I said, my price target is from 5 to 10 cents. That's where I'm at with it. But again, I've given you guys cases of how it could get to $1. Syracuse, New York is in the house. What's up, Mark Pellerin? No doubt, brother, there's a ton of solid stuff about ZBCN being put out. We have a resistance at 0.004. Benjamin Awaken, what up, Rue? Don't forget to shout out Blue Collar Crypto. He's legit dude putting out great info. I definitely did, more than once. I definitely appreciate Blue Collar Crypto's information. I reference him and shout him out in my videos big time. Yeah, shout out to bro. Yeah, I saw Solana for ZBCN and the Robinhood DeFi wallet. So, yep, it is on the Robinhood wallet, but not on the platform yet. Targeting XRP whales is not a bad idea. They certainly know how to hold 100%. Yazid in the house. What's up? Bay in the house. ZBCN. Quadruple rockets there. Bitcoin moves off liquidity, non-war. All other crypto moves off Bitcoin. For sure. It's advertising to a huge group of people who would also invest 10 to 100K. And speaking of advertisement, all these companies have picked up their advertisement. That's why I think we're really close. We're really close to crypto just breaking out. And all the laws being straight for everything. Now that we had a stablecoin law passed, things are going to be great for USDC, RLUSD, PayPal USD. The whole road is clear for those things. It's going to be crazy, man. Like Stronghold has picked up its marketing. ZEBEC has, Coinbase has. It's crazy, man. I think we're really close to a breakout here. I sold my Pepe for ZBCN. I got in late and was told that it was 100x. Moon Week. What's up, Tango Flex PL? Have y'all heard that Martin Lucas song, ZBEC to $1? I have not heard the song, but I was in a Martin Lucas spaces, and he seems like a cool guy. Big shout out to him. I was looking at his YouTube. Seems like he's been doing music for a long time at a very high level, and I'm glad he's utilized his talent to spread the word about ZBCN. So, big ups to him. Shout out to Martin Lucas for sure. His 500 coin song. Renee, don't be a fool. Be cool and follow Ruel. Don't FUD out your crypto. What's up, Renee? Thank you. Yeah, definitely like and subscribe if you haven't already, guys. We got 180 on my X, 110 on my YouTube, and 20 on the Gentleman of Crypto YouTube. Gotta love that. 11, 110 on my YouTube. Gotta love that. Know what you hold. 100% Renee. There's another song, ZBEC to $1. Sam Gray, yes, sir. We stick with the community. We stick with the facts in the community. There will always be people out here trying to mislead others or just don't know what they're talking about. The deep research speaks for itself. 100%. What's up? Protect the tiger. Hedgehog is the experiment. Hello, how are you doing? Robert, what's going on? I feel like meme coins are dead this season. I always feel like meme coins are a distraction. Like I've seen, like, okay, if you guys were around for Rona, right? There were so many big people coming out talking about SPACs and their special acquisition companies. Special acquisition companies. They were talking about these companies like they were the next, like immediately, like they were the next thing. It was like green energy companies. It was electric vehicle companies. It was space companies. It was, real estate companies, hydrogen power companies, all these different companies, right? People were talking about oil is dead because remember, when Rona happened, the whole everything tanked. So you had the opportunity to buy oil companies, like really, 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 really blue chip companies on the cheap. But what did they do? They blew up these SPAC companies. Oh, oil is dead. Green energy is the way. Oh my gosh, space and this and that. And this, that, and the other thing. Literally, I can only remember out of all those companies that SPACed, like 300 of them, only really one has really survived, and that's DraftKings, and that's sports betting. Every other company has either like gone under $1 after being a SPAC at $10. So people lost like 90% of their value. Virgin Galactic, Open, which is real estate, numerous space companies, numerous electrical vehicle companies like Fisher Motors, Lion Electric in Canada. All those companies are trash now, right? Maybe some of them make it out like Open, because Open, they're selling tons of houses here in Phoenix and other places. ChargePoint was another one, electric vehicle. ChargePoint sells tons of those electric vehicle stations, but they're down to next to nothing after being up as much as like to $30. They're at like 60 something cents now. So ChargePoint might actually be something that makes it out and might be a bargain at the 60 cents that it is, because it's still making deals. It's still doing things. But again, all the focus was on SPACs instead of Well, I could have picked up oil stocks on the cheap, right? This is what I view meme coins as. You could buy XRP. You could buy Hedera. You could buy XLM, buy ZBCN. But people are out here. People are out here instead, right? Buying meme coins. It's crazy. I'm not sure what's going on here. They're saying somebody should be added to the stream. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not adding anyone to the stream. I don't know that I put out the stream link. Did I? But yeah, let's not do that. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, meme coins have always been a distraction. Okay, I think it's just showing me people that are coming into the room. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. But let's continue. I'm not sure what's happening, guys. I'm getting all of these things. I'm not sure what's going on. Wowzers. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can do something here. Let me. Someone decided to come into the chat. I don't even know how that happened, and say some really ridiculous stuff here. Let me see if I can, how I can get rid of these things. I honestly don't even know how they got in. Let's see. Sorry, guys, that this has to be a part of wasting our time here. Okay, I'm not sure how to get rid of it. So we'll just share specific screens from now on here. All right, let's do this one. Until I can figure out how to get rid of this. Okay, so let's do this, and then I can go back to the chat and keep going. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay, no matter what they do, I feel like ZEBEC is going to be the darling of the cycle. It's while waiting for something to happen, almost with certainty, that would most consider unimaginable. I feel like that too, bro. Bizarro World War III is not happening. The mystery of 589 XRP equals 589 BCE, Babylon Empire, and Jerusalem. Ooh, wow. Babylon Empire was first Iran, which Iran, that's also, guys. Well, if you study certain history, some people say that Iran, that word is actually Aryan. Iran. So it kind of sounds the same. But, you know, of course, don't quote me on that. End of the first temple. They want to build a third temple. It is biblical, 100%. 100% there. Hit the like button. Uphold invested 35 million in ZEBEC. Uphold does his research 100%. Rocky, what's up? ZBCN Ando XRP to the moon. I'm loading up on like crazy on Swiftcoin again, having a good feeling. What's up, Phantom Beat? LNU clone. Hi, you all. Has anyone found ZBCN on Robinhood? It's supposedly the Robinhood wallet. What's up, Hot Tire? Thanks, I don't have the Robinhood wallet. On Under Layer 0, which goes back to my previous comments. Okay. All those connections to US dollar connections to buy some USD too. Okay, let's see. Takes over 2 weeks to connect to a human on Robinhood. What's funny was I was connected with a human with support with Bitstamp in less than a day. Yep. ZEBEC Super App brought to you by Quant. Ooh, that's a good question there, Super Nerf. That's a good question. It really could be. Dre Stronghold to $3. I'm really getting big on Stronghold, guys. I definitely upped my Stronghold bag. Feeling really good about that. Breaking U.S. Senate officially passes the Genius Act. Yep. Yep. That's on Watcher Guru. That's really, really good news. Someone is trying their darndest to keep XRP from flying 100%. When Quant Moon, when Quant ETF, yeah, I like to see it. MacGyver the detonator up to 10 mil. MacGyver the detonator tokens, ZBCN. Thank you. Jaden, I see multiple people saying they sold all their XRP to buy ZBCN, and now they're selling ZBCN to buy their XRP. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, that's crazy. If that's what people want to do, hey, I mean, go right ahead, man. But I'm holding both, and I'm very happy with what I'm holding for both. Damn, I'm late. What's up, Rue? What's up, Pharmacopoeia? The video are almost filmed the same way, like the camera angles. You can't fix stupid. MacGyver the detonator. Braveheart McFadden, or Braveheart McFreedom, excuse me. FUD in Overdrive, Most Def, which is one of my favorite rappers. What, by the way, breakout soon. You said it like a crypto bounce. Yeah, 100%. Whenever you see the FUD in Overdrive, it's really like the breakout is just like very soon after that, either like a week or 2 weeks, as at most a month. Breakouts very soon after that. If you sold most of your XRP, you might not understand how the infrastructure works. Yeah, Genius Act is supposed to end up on Trump's desk by August. Well, actually, they say it's passed. I don't know. This Watcher Guru said it was passed. Let's see here. Let's go give you something besides abs here. It's back. Team. The partners there. Anthropic. Gotta love that. That's the same time period Ripple case is pushed back to. Enough respect for Brother Rue. Appreciate it. Just like Peter Schiff would portray he's a gold bug, and then now he acts like he created Bitcoin and told people to buy it the whole time. Oh man, is that true? What's up, Pharmacopoeia? Oh, that's hilarious, bro. Don't get talked out of your bags. Yeah, it's so crazy how people will do that and just stop on a dime like they did it. Like, but the whole time, bro, you were talking about gold. People will do that. People will do that. Like this guy, this Sage guy. He'll come out and say, "Oh, I sold all my ZBCNs. I sold all my ZBCN," and then ZBCN will go up to 5 cents to 10 cents, and he'll be like, "ZBCN, woo, bro! Weren't you the one who just said you sold it?" Watch. Pharmacopoeia, I heard he showed up to Bitcoin Vegas last year. That's hilarious if Peter Schiff did that. I don't pay too much attention to these things, but it would be crazy if Peter Schiff showed up to Bitcoin Las Vegas this year. I almost want to look that up, bro. Fishing with Camel, Yo, what's up? Yeah, I saw the whole interview. Oh man, that's crazy. You guys he probably did. Oh man, now I want to look that up. That's hilarious if that happened. But again, okay, let me just stop. I could say some things. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Let me see here. Peter Schiff. Bitcoin Las Vegas. It's gonna be crazy if he's here. You gotta be kidding me, bro. He was there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it says he was here. He was there. Wow. Wow. Wait, is that this? But here we have May 27th, May 29th, 2025. Peter Schiff, one of Bitcoin's most vocal critics, took the stage at Bitcoin 25, and he didn't hold back. Okay, why would they let him take the stage to call it he called it a giant cult? Oh, that's crazy. Now there's a gentleman. Yeah. There's a famous Schiff. If you guys look him up, there's a famous Schiff. I don't know if he's any relations to Peter, but there's a Schiff out there that is related to a certain family, and I'll just say that. I wonder if he's related to Peter in any way. Let me continue here. Whoops. I pressed the wrong button. Okay, we're good. Okay. Woo. I pressed the wrong button there. And I pressed the wrong button there. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. One day, ZBCN will attract institutional investment, and by then, ZBCN price will be so higher compared to today. Keep stacking 100%. William Coombs. Hey, so just wondering your thoughts on this. You have to pick one, though. If you had the money, which would you do? Honestly, for me, this is not financial advice. But for me, when I always have that feeling, I split down the middle. But it doesn't have to be an equal split. You can do 60-40. You can do 75-25. But honestly, to me, XRP is just like having gold. You always want to have your portfolio have some blue chips in it. If I ever have like my biggest regret as an early investor, I was like, okay, well, that's already gone too far. I can't, buy any of that. But that's never true, right? You always want to have some blue chips in your portfolio, even if you're an early investor. Okay. It can't always be all risky stuff. So for me personally, if it's between XRP and ZBCN, I would do a split, but it's up to you how that split works. 15K XRP or 9 million ZBCN. Again, for me personally, a split. What's the best DEX to swap SOL for ZBCN? I would say Jupiter. That would be the best one. Which one has better ROI? Again, I would split. But that's me personally. Not financial advice. Do whatever works for you. DE.R. What's up? What's up? Scumbags keep bringing on FUD 2. Is your target 10 cents or still 10 cents or $1? Well, my conservative target is still 10 cents, but like $1, I can see a path to $1. I can definitely see a path to $1. Pizarro, Cardano has Anastasia Labs. Anastasia AI is a Mexican company. Anastasia AI connects to Astronomer. Astronomer is built on Cosmos crypto. Wow. What's up, Rue Crew? Smash that like for our brother Rue. What's going on, Max? Crypto Plumber 589, XRPO, Detroit 313, XRP ZBCN XLM plus HBAR 100%. JSure 2.0. What's up, Rue? What up, though? Let the sleepers sleep and the haters hate, brother. Love it. Pizarro Chile's crypto is taking over sports. What's up, Pith Crew? Neo, what happened? Yep, Neo's another one. What happened to Kathy, lady who was telling everybody about stacks? Kathy Wood's still out there. Yep, Kathy Wood was telling people about SPACs. What's the guy? Chamath Palihapitiya was telling people about SPACs. They came out hard telling us about SPACs. I talked about SPACs, which you know, Pith Crew, and I made the transition over to cryptocurrency. But they were SPACs. And the only one that really made it was DraftKings. Like, it was such a, like, looking back on it, really big, obvious diversion. All of those companies were like, you know, just starting out, just, you know, babies. You know what I mean? So this is meme coins. This is meme coins. Like, crypto was going so well that I think they had to have a distraction with the meme coins, right? For us. So like, are there things that have gone beyond being meme coins, like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu? I would say so, yes. Or Floki, yes. But you know, the majority of them are just gonna be crap. XRP obvious biggest winner. In your opinion, what's second best? XLM, HBAR, XDC, or ZBCN? I like all of those. But if you definitely look at Stellar and all of the different connections, and we're going to go over all of them here, you know, in the most recent, in like the closest like future, ZBCN and Stronghold are looking very, very nice to me. Stronghold, we've done a couple shows on how they've done the escrow for 60 billion of their supply. Stronghold in a couple months, man, guys, it might really honestly go to $1. So, you know, but I'm holding Stronghold, I'm holding ZBCN, I'm holding XRP. Yep, Kathy Wood. What's up, Esco 215? Oh, she's still around. Kathy Wood is still out there. It's Kathy with the K, I think, though. You're not wasting your time. Please keep this 3 hours long. No problem. No problem. I try to keep them as long as I can. I know people get like pissed off if they're like, oh, they're 3 hours or 2 hours or whatever. But yeah, some people should truly get a life. We're here trying to make money, and these folks want to be on loser crap 100%. Also, Kathy Lewis is still around. She's just not making much noise because everyone is suffering from the bear market 100%. Where to buy Stronghold? You can buy Stronghold on what's up, Craig Patillo? You can buy Stronghold on the Lobster wallet. Just be careful because there's some fakes on there. And you can also buy Stronghold in the DCENT Wallet. Shout out to DCENT Wallet. Links in the description. Okay, because you can do swaps on DCENT Wallet. You can also buy Stronghold on Bitmart, but on Bitmart, I would be very careful with that exchange because they jack people around. Like, if you buy it on Bitmart, I would immediately put it into like a DCENT wallet or something like that. So those are definitely ways you can buy Stronghold. What do you think about Ondo? Ondo is definitely going to be a big thing. It's like basically like crypto BlackRock. How long is it going to take to be a big thing? Who knows? Yeah, Ondo take tokenization of real world assets 100%. Lee, yes, Babylon, which is a modern day Baghdad, was a city in Persia, which is modern day Iran. Yep, the Shah of Iran was king of the Aryans. Yep, there you go, there you go. And everybody thinks of Aryan as this like you know you know what people the whole mustache man guy. You know what I'm talking about with Germany, but Aryan means like it's not just that. It's like a class. It's not what people have made it to mean. It really is a class more than a class of people back in that day. So it's not what the mustache man made it mean. So for real. But let me star that, Lee. That's great information. And I encourage people to do their research. But again, if you do your research on that, you got to know the right sources. Shout out to the Telegram. You can come in the Telegram and we can kind of show you something. Real. I know you're bullish on it. Will you invest? Bullish on what? I'm invested in all the coins I mentioned. What's up, Crypto Crossroads Show? Definitely shout out to my guy, Crypto Crossroads Show. Definitely want to go to his channel and share it here. Shout out to the Crypto Crossroads Show. I still need to get with my man. Like, I know Crypto Crossroads Show. I keep saying I need to get with you to do a collab. Things have been so busy at work, man. I do really want to do that collab, bro. When things lighten up, we're definitely gonna do that collab, bro. Definitely check out Crypto Crossroads Show. If you're looking and you're seeing only 315 subscribers, what? Bro just started his channel like 3 months ago. So I know this guy he's giving me information personally. All the information that he's giving me has turned out. He delivers stuff in a clean, concise manner. Definitely go over and check out our brother Crypto Crossroads Show. A real researcher here, a real researcher. So definitely Blackrue crew approved right there. XRP and ZBCN, Mabel Finance, and Moonwell are my biggest bags with XRP at 90%. Ooh, that's a good one. I need to do a show on Moonwell. But yeah, those are some good ones, Craig. That's a really good portfolio there. Nathaniel Reed, FBI profiler, I think. Will Fix, RIP Will Fix, man. Yeah, I just talked to Will Fix and Max. Like, I talked to Will like a month ago, man. That's crazy, man. It's so crazy, so crazy. Like, yeah, RIP Will, man. RIP Will. Like, RIP, brother. What's up, brother Jack Thompson? What's going on? Crypto wealth and perfect health to you all. What's up, Sir Rue of Crypto? Appreciate you, brother. I wish what these faces are. A face green, smiling face, orange. There's a lot of stuff there. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. What's the best steps to swap Sol for ZBCN? The Jupiter exchange. That's the best one. I saw the interview on Bitcoin Magazine. YouTube, just look up Peter Schiff Bitcoin Conference and watch. Okay, yep. Default avatar. How do you feel about Natix and Miria for this cycle? I need to look up Natix and Miria. It all depends on where we are with regulation. Once regulation goes through, I think the gaming sector, like the big boys, are going to start coming in the gaming sector. The Activisions, the Epic Games. Shout out to Andrew Saunders of Scale. He came on the channel and he broke it down for us. So definitely check out the channel where we talk to Andrew Saunders. He broke it down to us like so real, so real. I had this dream Ryan Coogler did a horror movie called Fudders. That's funny. You gotta love those special purpose acquisition companies, right? Yeah, right. Ron Villa, what's up, Juan? Good morning. NAC Alaskan Pebble Mine just recently hit $1.30. Let's go. Pith used to watch my show back in the day when I was on the Benzinga channel, and I made NAC as a pick like 4 years ago. A lot of my old stock videos, some of them I've taken down. So that's why you wouldn't have seen that one, brother. Shout out to you, brother, for being a loyal and faithful watcher, even way back when and 4 years ago, and still watching now, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. And thanks for the thanks. I really appreciate the acknowledgement, bro. That really means a lot. No lie. I bought the ETH version of SHX on Uniswap, simple for beginners. Thank you for that, Candice Maya. What's up, JSK? What up, brother? You be keeping me laughing on X, bro. Appreciate you coming through. Weird virgins fill their void with FUD, bro. you be getting me with these, bro. Why do most of the leaks go by the Julian calendar? And then they give the basic people a normal calendar to go by, so at least can always be 12 steps ahead. That's a good one. See, they go by the Julian calendar, huh? I thought like they would go. Is the Julian calendar lunar? I thought they went by the lunar one. Maybe the Julian calendar is better. Imagine maybe the Julian calendar is lunar one. Imagine in 5 to 10 years when you're retired from this, that's the goal: freedom, XRP, ZEBEC, XLM, Ondo, and maybe a Lambo too. 100% Pizarro, man. That's what I'm looking for, man. For real. Like that's what we're aiming for. Rue, you can get my phone from Max. My phone number from Max. Oh, 100%, brother. Yeah, I'll get it from Max. You know, we always do the weekly collaborations. I'll get it from Max and give you a call, brother. Thanks for the shout out. Yeah, bro, we'll work together when the time is right. No worries at all. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Ether. Crypto, check it out. 100%. PitQ Love. Change Now also allows you to swap mini tokens for ZBCN in case someone wants something to use other than Sol. Thank you, Candice Maya, for that one. Go ahead here and let's put up ZBCN here again. And here we go. Look into the LGCY crypto 6 zeros and open source. Sorrow at Pharmacopoeia. I follow the eye on the Freemason calendar. You guys, Pizarro and Pharmacopoeia, you guys drop the knowledge, bro. I got like 85 pictures on my phone of just stuff you guys have said. You guys know I love to look into this stuff, man. I watch a ton of different people on YouTube about this stuff, and it's so interesting. It definitely opens you up to what happens with cryptocurrency. Off tomorrow. All right, bro. I have to give you a call tomorrow. I wish I was off tomorrow. You can give my phone number to Max. For sure, Candace, you can share your phone number and I'll shoot that right over to Max. You guys can you can always hit me up on X. My DMs are open there, so there you go. I I was sure look into that because I figured the Julian collar is for Julian Caesar, but I'll definitely look that up 100%. There we go. All the questions answered. A nice 2-hour show today. Thank you guys so much for coming through. I very, very, very much appreciate it. Sorry we had a little stop for a little while there from for the air conditioner and for whatever the heck people came into the chat there. I appreciate you guys, every single one of you. If you made it to the end, put stop FUD into the comments and we'll know you made it to the end. People can continue to FUD, right? We're going to put stop FUD in the comments, but we know what we hold. Their FUDing is not going to do anything to us in our bags, non-financial advice. But yeah, stop FUD. We'll put that into the comments. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you. And I'm out. Peace.